English sentences using verbs, regular and irregular verbs. You can adjust the language according to your preference. Choose the program that suits your needs from the playlist. Customize the subtitle position on your laptop, and adjust the video speed with the slider to suit your needs and comfort. Let's grow together through your subscribe and like on this video.
Explorers sighted remote islands with tourism potential. Lighthouse beams signaled safe entry to visiting ships. Cultural diversity signified the nation's tourism strength. Local performers sang traditional songs for visitors. Festival hymns sung by villagers welcomed travelers. A neglected harbor sank into economic decline. Old fishing boats sunk earlier were remembered by locals. Tourists sipped coffee while observing the sunrise. Travelers sat beside mountain lodges. Winter visitors skied across snowy slopes. Delivery trucks skidded on icy roads. Protesters slammed corrupt tourism policies. Illegal hunting slew wildlife tourism opportunities. Several rare animals slain earlier shocked conservationists. Travelers slept peacefully in eco-lodges. Small boats slid along quiet rivers. Cargo barges slide slowly across canals. Tourism reforms slimmed unnecessary bureaucracy. Fishermen slung nets toward the sea. Corrupt operators slunk away from investigators. A careless official slipped during negotiations. Workers slit bamboo for tourism crafts. Vandals smashed heritage statues. Visitors smelled spices in coastal markets. Local guides smiled warmly at guests. Public criticism smote corrupt politicians. Travelers became smitten with the landscape. Officials smoothed diplomatic disagreements. Pollution smothered coral reefs. Protesters snapped photographs of government buildings. Thieves snatched tourists' bags in crowded streets. Reporters sneaked into restricted meetings. Dust storms sneezed through desert roads. Investigators sniffed corruption scandals. Tourism revenue soared after reforms. Some communities sobbed after losing land. Governments solicited international tourism investors. Experts solved logistical problems. Cultural diplomacy soothed regional tensions. Analysts sorted tourism data. Farmers sowed rice in terraced fields. Night markets sparkled with lantern lights. The minister spoke about tourism policy. The speech spoken earlier inspired investors. Development projects sped across provinces. The law spelled strict environmental standards. Tourists spent money in the village markets. Waste oil spilled into rivers. Trade routes span coastal regions. Artisans spun silk fabrics for souvenirs. Angry protesters spat harsh accusations. Local children spit watermelon seeds playfully. Cultural conflicts split political alliances. Corruption scandals spoiled national reputation. Farmers sprayed organic fertilizers. Tourism advertisements spread globally. Adventure tourists sprang across mountain trails. Tourism demand sprung from global interest. Small villages sprouted ecologes. Vendors squeezed fresh juices for visitors. Rangers stood guard over national parks. Journalists stared at economic charts. The conference started tourism reforms. Leaders stated environmental commitments. Delegates stayed for negotiations. Criminal networks stole tourism funds. Artifacts stolen earlier resurfaced. Diplomats steeped discussions in diplomacy. Economic policies stemmed from unemployment. Officials stepped into leadership roles. Engineers sterilized water systems. Regulations stuck firmly. Citizens stimulated tourism recovery. Corruption stung public trust. Waste dumps stank near resorts. Polluted rivers stunk of chemicals. The debate stirred political tension. Tailors stitched national costumes. Pilgrims stooped before sacred temples. Authorities stopped illegal mining. Businesses stored local products. Economic pressure strained public budgets. Tourists strayed from safe routes. Communities stressed sustainable development. Development stretched across regions. Seeds strewed across the farmland restored nature. Leaves strewn across paths decorated the trails. Inspectors strode through hotels. Caravans strewed across deserts historically. A major earthquake struck tourism centers. Several towns stricken by crisis demanded help. Cultural strings strung across markets decorated streets. Entrepreneurs strove to rebuild tourism. Communities striven for economic recovery. Governments submitted policy proposals. Companies subscribed to tourism alliances. Economists subtracted losses from budgets. Rural tourism succeeded unexpectedly. Rivers sucked debris toward dams. Communities suffered during economic crises. Experts suggested policy reforms. Leaders summoned emergency meetings. Governments supplied financial aid.